All right, so here we are for chapter 20 of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory called The Great Gum Machine. When we left off on Thursday, Mr. Wonka had brought them to this special room where nobody has ever been before, where he creates his new inventions of candy. So now we have the Great Gum Machine, and I think we know who might be really obsessed with this machine and the candy that it gives out. And I think her name is Violet. All right, here we go. Mr. Wonka led the party over to a gigantic machine that stood in the very center of the inventing room. It was a mountain of gleaming metal that towered high above the children and their parents. Out of the very top of it there sprouted hundreds and hundreds of thin glass tubes, and glass tubes that curled downwards and came together in a bunch and hung suspended over an enormous round tub as big as a bath. "Here we go," cried Mr. Wonka, and he pressed 3 different buttons on the side of the machine. A second later, a mighty rumbling sound came from inside it, and the whole machine began to shake more frighteningly, and steam began hissing out of it all over, and then suddenly the watchers noticed that runny stuff was pouring down the sides of all the hundreds of little glass tubes and squirting out into the great tub below. Oh, geez, I'm picturing that in my head. And in every single tube, the runny stuff was a different color. So all the colors of the rainbow, and many others as well, came slashing and splashing into the tub. It was a lovely sight. And when the tub was nearly full, Mr. Wonka pressed another button, and immediately the runny stuff stopped running out of the tubes, and the rumbling sound disappeared, and the whizzing, whirring sound took its place. And then a gigantic whizzer started whizzing round the enormous tub, mixing it all the different colors like an ice cream soda. Gradually the mixture began to froth. It became frothier and frothier, and it turned from blue to white to green to brown to yellow and then back to blue again. "Watch," said Mr. Wonka. Click went the machine, and the whizzer stopped whizzing, and now there came a sort of sucking noise, and very quickly all the blue frothy mixture in the huge basin was sucked back into the stomach of the machine. There was a moment of silence. Then a few rumblings were heard, then silence again. Then suddenly the machine let out a monstrous, mighty groan, and at the same moment a tiny drawer, no bigger than the drawer in the slot machine, popped out of the side of the machine. Into the drawer there lay something so small and thin and gray that everyone thought it must be a mistake. The thing looked like a little strip of gray cardboard. The children and their parents stared at the little gray strip lying in the drawer. "You mean that's all?" said Mike Teavee, disgusted. "That's all," answered Mr. Wonka, gazing proudly at the result. "Don't you know what it is?" There was a pause. Here's the machine. There was a pause, and suddenly Violet Beauregarde, the goofy, gum-chewing girl, let out a yell of excitement. "By gum, it's gum!" she shrieked. "It's a stick of chewing gum!" "Right you are," cried Mr. Wonka, slapping Violet hard on the back. "It's a stick of gum. It's a stick of the most amazing and fabulous and sensational gum in the world." And that is where our chapter ends today. It was short and sweet, but we learned all about this machine and how crazy it was, and it produced a little thing of gum after doing all this stuff, and somebody, Violet, is very interested in it. And that leads me to the title of the next chapter called Goodbye, Violet. Uh-oh, do you think something's going to happen to her like what happened to Augustus Gloop? We'll have to read tomorrow to find out. All right, make a prediction and then see if it comes true for tomorrow's Read Aloud. All right, bye guys. Have a great day.